Good afternoon, everybody. I'm absolutely delighted to have this opportunity of welcoming you to this very special event on behalf of the Old Tridents Society. After 18 months of careful planning, this is by far the most successful reunion that has ever taken place in the history of Trent, which is particularly significant as our generation has traditionally been underrepresented at other OT events over the years. It is hard to believe that 30 to 40 years have gone by, particularly as the memories make it feel like it was only yesterday. The Red Book, large dormitories full of beds of sheets, blankets and eiderdowns, slide rules, the Jack Shop, CCF, chapel, capping, going down poke, fagging, early morning runs, cold showers, writing out lines on special green paper. There were no computers, mobile phones, internet, email, or health and safety. But I'm sure that looking back, most of us enjoyed our days at Trent. And I'm also sure that you would agree that it provided most of us with a firm grounding and helped us on our way. As Sarge said to me one day, "Lad, don't expect anything in life to be handed to you on a plate." I now know just how profound that statement was. There are approximately 40 former teachers here today. At speech day, Jill Dixon said that there are two good reasons to be a teacher, July and August. A school, however, can only ever be as good as its teachers, and we were extremely privileged to have been taught by you. For the first time for years, you are surrounded by many of your former pupils, and on behalf of all of us, I would like to take this opportunity of thanking you for everything that you taught us. Sadly, I would like to take a moment to remember some of those former masters that are no longer with us, but who were such great characters. Sarge, Slosh Sayers, Bumble Buxton, Jack Carver, Johnny Loader, Jeff Helm, Jeff Hearn, Vuki Narracott, Sid Corbett and Dickie Welfare. I also want to take this opportunity to belatedly apologise to my housemaster, Tony Porter, who legitimately confiscated 2 Party 7 cans of beer during prep one summer evening in 1973. We shouldn't have subsequently broken into your study in the middle of the night, drank the contents, replaced it with water, soldered over the holes, and put them back. And I'm sorry for the embarrassment it subsequently caused. For 37 years, my accomplices T.L. Brown, R.A.N. Smith and myself have had to live with the guilt. Today is a fantastic opportunity to see just how significantly Trent has improved over the intervening years, as a number of OT parents here today will testify. We can be extremely proud to be associated with a broad, balanced, quality education and preparation for life that it currently delivers to its 1,100 pupils. I would like to thank the school for their extraordinary generosity and hospitality and for hosting this historical event on a normal school Saturday. Thank you to the head, Jill Dixon, for your support, inspiration and boundless energy. Cliff Day and the catering team, Philip Millwood and the school choir, Tim Haggis for his moving welcome in the chapel, Carol McNiven-Young and her team for organising today, David Mitchell, who's giving this afternoon's History of Trent question and answer session, and all the many other people who have helped contributing towards today. The Old Trident Society is also thriving. There are over 20 OTs on the committee, and all of us are totally dedicated to supporting the school wherever we can. We are continually looking for further ways in which to provide more opportunities like this for our 6,000 OTs to engage with each other and with the school. There are a number of sporting and social events which you are most welcome to attend. The next London dinner is taking place on the 28th of January, and the next OT dinner here at the school is on the 9th of April. They cover all year groups and will be really good nights. The Golf Society is, as always, doing extremely well. And there is an annual shooting competition, the Ashburton Cup, which takes place every July at Bisley. Several members of the shooting team are here today, including the captain, Chris Stone, here in the pink. And if you haven't shot since you were last here, providing you can see well enough to drive, and would like to join us, please have a word with Chris. It really is an excellent day. And on the 16th of December, there's a carol service here in the chapel, which I would strongly recommend. The details of all these events are published on the website and in the Trident. I hope that you will have all seen and read the leaflets that have been put out about the OT 1000 Club. This is a recently launched initiative in which old Tridents have the opportunity of putting something back into the school in the form of a small monthly financial contribution equivalent to a pint of beer a week. As an educational charity, Trent aims to expand the community to which it is open, to ensure that it is not just the preserve of those that can afford it, but also open to those who can benefit from and contribute to the Trent community by the provision of a means-tested bursary. If only half of us here today were to participate, that would fund 2 half bursaries. My intention today, though, is specifically increase your awareness of the scheme, its importance to Trent, and of course to encourage you to consider participating in it. I have cited several reasons why this event is special, and there is another. There is one person here today who has personally made a difference to every one of our lives. He saved Trent from potential closure in the late 1960s and transformed Trent's fortunes during the 70s and 80s, and positioned it such that it has been able to further build on his achievements and become the first-class school that it is today. I am, of course, referring to former headmaster Tony Maltby. When he joined in 1968, Trent comprised of around 200 boys and a common room of 20 or so masters. The school faced some serious financial, cultural, and academic challenges. Mr. Maltby had a vision of where he wanted the school to be and a desire that every pupil would be successful. He devoted himself to Trent and tirelessly worked to drive through the necessary changes and achieve his vision. The result is that thousands of pupils have subsequently been able to benefit from all that Trent has had to offer and gone on to lead successful lives. You may have expected him to be retired by now, but you would be wrong. The oldest teacher on Kent's payroll, he is still teaching teenagers with special needs. How fortunate are they? Today is history in the making, where the past meets the future. We are uniquely privileged to have 2 legendary headmasters here together in this magnificent building. It is said that lightning doesn't strike twice, but Trent has been incredibly fortunate. Mr. Maltby's record speaks for itself, and based on Jill Dixon's achievements during her first 4 years, Trent is destined for a very exciting future. Could I ask you both to stand in order for us to capture this historic moment? Thank you. The last time that you would have heard Mr. Maltby speak here would probably have been at your final speech day, between 30 and 40 years ago. Prior to that, you would have heard him speak regularly at school assemblies, giving sermons in the chapel, or teaching in the classroom. Described by the current head as that great man, in a moment you'll have the long overdue privilege of hearing him speak once again. Before I hand over to him, I would like to personally thank everyone for coming to this historic and special 1970s reunion, and I hope that it is everything that you wanted it to be. Please do make the most of the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you all again at future events. And I would now like to ask you to extend an enormous welcome to former headmaster Tony Maltby.